My name's Raven. I'm originally from the island of Oahu, but I reside on the island of Maui. I'm 29. I'm a mom to 2 adorable, naughty, crazy little boys, and we live in Waiheʻe, Maui. We love to do aina-based things, so sometimes that's planting plants in the garden, sometimes it's taking care of our chickens that we have, going to the river, going to the ocean, spending time together, taking care of, we have baby pigs, or just eating papayas out of the yard is definitely something that we like to do together sometimes as a family. I feel like I've always known about the WIC program. I definitely remember being a kid and seeing like moms with like the paper checks, like the old school WIC checks that you have at the store, and then it just like taking a while and the cashier like checking everything and it just being like a whole process. So I feel like I've just kind of always known about WIC just from being a child. I first joined in 2020, I believe. I had my first son at the end of 2019, so in 2020 is when I first joined the WIC program. My experience so far with WIC has been really positive. I know there's a lot of stigma about WIC. There's a lot of I guess opinions about WIC. Oh, you have to be super poor to have WIC. Oh, like people are gonna look down on you if you have WIC. But I think the WIC program is amazing because they have like the nutrition classes. The app is amazing. So now it's a card, so you can pick it up. Before with the check, you had to get everything on the check at the same time, and it was kind of hard to tell like what was covered, what wasn't. So some people, you know, can be shame about that. But with the app, it's awesome because you can scan the items, so you know if it's WIC approved, and it also shows you all the items for that category that you might not even know were WIC approved items. I love like figuring that out. Like instead of bread, we get corn tortillas, or just like seeing what kind of juices qualify. You can do brown rice instead of bread sometimes, things like that. I think are really awesome with the WIC program and really benefit us for planning out, you know, dinners or snacks or lunches or breakfasts, things like that. I wish people knew things about WIC, like you can get, like we were saying, the poi, you can get the cooked luau leaves. I know our Safeway here on Maui has it kind of by the poke section by the poi. They have the pre-cooked luau leaves, which qualify under the veggie benefits, fruit and vegetables, just like the poi does. You can also get organic, which I feel like people don't realize, like because we are kind of, I wouldn't say I'm a crunchy mom or an almond mom, but health conscious. So I love that we can get organic milk, we can get organic eggs and organic fruits and vegetables. That is awesome to me. That makes a big difference. And then also that you can get, some places you can get like cut up fruit counts or cut up vegetables. And the selection of things that you can get, like there's a bunch of different types of cheese that you can get, like string cheese, if it meets the certain requirements you can get. That's awesome for like on the go snacks. There's different yogurt flavors. It's not just one yogurt. Like you could get Greek yogurt. Sometimes we use that to make like ranch dressing, and then we get vegetables and eat it together. So there's a lot of things that you can make into different types of meals that I think people don't realize that it's very useful. It's not just eggs, milk, and bread. There's so much more variety of things that you can get with your WIC benefits to make it stretch and you know, make it more beneficial to you and your family when it comes to mealtime. We definitely get onions because we eat a lot of onions, so we use onions in everything. But I'll get, like I said, the corn tortillas, and we'll make quesadillas. Sometimes we'll do a taco night. We get the dried beans because it goes longer. You can stretch it longer than the canned beans. So maybe we'll do a taco night with beans on the side. We'll use the corn tortilla for the taco, the cheese, tomatoes, onions, lettuce to go into the taco, and then all I have to get is some kind of meat source to put in there. And then even the brown rice, I'll make Spanish rice. We have papayas growing in the yard, so we'll cut a papaya in half and put the yogurt, and then put one of the breakfast cereals in there and kind of make like a papaya yogurt parfait kind of thing. That's something that the boys like. Or since we get so much milk, I'll make chia pudding with the milk because we can't drink all the milk that we get. So I'll make a chia pudding and put some fruit on top as like a dessert for the boys, even though it's healthy. They don't know that. We make a lot of soups, so I'll use the vegetables in soups. Luau stew is something we really like. The boys like, they love to eat poi, so they'll have that as a snack. Sometimes we'll make like energy balls with the peanut butter and the oatmeal you can get. And then I'll just add like chocolate chips and some other things in there. Gosh, I feel like the list goes on, but those are the things that I can think of at the moment that we use with our WIC benefits. I think some of the barriers that our community might have towards WIC would be thinking that they won't qualify, so they don't want to try. They don't know that not necessarily income is the only factor for qualification. I think sometimes, like we said, the stigma, people feel like shame, but something that I love to advocate for and tell everyone is that every child deserves to have nutritious food, not just in Hawaii, not just in America, like not just in developed countries. Every child deserves to have nutritional food, and I think that's something to kind of think about when you're thinking about WIC, like not to be shamed or feel like you're taking advantage of government assistance or anything. Like every child deserves that, to have nutritious food and to help them grow up, you know, strong and develop properly. So I think that's something to think about. And then I think it's just the lack of information about WIC and all the things that they offer, because they offer the breastfeeding support, the nutrition classes on the app, there's recipes that you can look at, there's all kinds of things that the WIC office can offer you and support in different areas. I think our WIC office has parenting classes, different things like that that really support you overall in your journey of being a parent and having children. You'll never know if you don't try to sign up. You'll never know if you qualify. And also, there's no need to be shame. Like, if we keep being shame about things like WIC, things about like Quest or food stamps, if you need those different services and you keep being shame about it, it doesn't open up the room for everyone to feel comfortable about it. The more you talk about it, the more you're open, like we have WIC, because that's something that I've kind of struggled with too with social media. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm an influencer, but you know, I share information on my social media page, and something that I thought, oh, people are gonna judge me for having WIC. But the more you're comfortable with it, the more you share with people that you're comfortable with it, the more it opens up the opportunity for them to be comfortable with it. And like I said, every child deserves to have nutritious food. There's no shame in that. It exists for a reason. The federal government has put these funds aside for a reason for you to use, and it's open, you know, for everyone that meets those qualifications to utilize. He's the only one, gotta watch out for his elephant. He's the only one